Hello everyone. Today we are going to move on to the raw food fundamental, which is the foundation of uh, nutritional healing and or vegan chef or chef. So everything has to be started from the foundation, then goes up. If I start cooking food for you today, but you don't know the fundamental, you're not going to be a good chef. So, uh, fundamental about how to we start with the nutritional healing is raw food is a foundation. Then, if you want to, the branch of it, it will be cooking. So, because of that, I start with the raw food and from scratch. For example, today I'm not allowed to call almond milk or uh, sunflower seed milk because they bought the patent. The dairy factory got the patent, so I have to call it, uh, for example, almond drink or sunflower seed drink. So today we are going to have make a nut or seed drink. So the first section of it is hygiene, because in a raw food or fundamental especially, hygiene is really important to make sure the kitchen is clean. Your hand is going to be clean. All the dishes and the glasses has to be cleaned really well. One way to test it, before you pour anything in it, you smell it. If you smell anything, that means it's not washed properly. Or you pour a little bit of the water in it and you stir it, then you smell it. Then definitely this time you're going to smell something. For example, some cup which was milk in it, if it's not washed properly, when you pour the water in it you're going to drink, it stinks. That means it was not washed properly. Therefore, when it smells or stinks, that means still is a lot of bacteria in it, which is not safe to use that glass. And hygiene. If you don't want to use glove, make sure your nail has to be short. Okay, short. And how to wash your hand, you use your brush, you put the soap first, then you brush between the nails just like a surgeon, then you rinse it. If you want to protect your hand against dish soap and chemical stuff like that, or to protect your hand if you cut something to against cutting your finger, if you wear gloves, is gonna help you. If the knife goes over your hand, is gonna cut less at least, or is gonna it will be better. So these gloves are expensive, but is good quality. It won't stretch, which is the way I like it. I don't like those stretchy one because hard to work with for me. So this one is wrapped. If you sit in the light, that means it's easier for you to grab something. Is not gonna slip from your hand when you wash dishes, for example, or when you lift something wet or greasy or something, because it's wrapped. So next point about your glove, it has to be right size. Don't buy those which is universal, because some people have size S, some people have X large. So if you wear the universal one, is either too tight for you or too big. if it's too big, I'm going to, for example, you see, it should go to your hand easily, not forcing. And as you see, there is no gap here, there is no space, and here is tight. That's one thing, and this is another one. And as you see, again, this is the way it should be. And easy to work with. So I worked in the kitchen for 8 hours with it. Same gloves didn't break because it's a good quality. And if it gets dirty, I wash it the way I wash my hand. I put in the soap over it, doing this, and then I rinse it under the water. Then I use it again. And after at the end of your preparing the food or cooking or stuff like that, you take it out, both of them. But as you see, the fingers are flipping. So I have to flip the glove, but still it doesn't look right. I blow air into it, becomes like brand new, is already washed. I can put it here to evaporate, same as this. I flip in it, here, and or you can put it here, just like that, and then you shut the door. So it gets evaporated, then you can use it again for the next time. So that was about partially hygiene. Now your container. Of course, washing dishes, you may probably put it in the dishwasher, but when it goes to the blender, you should not put it in the dishwasher because damages the bearing and the blade gets dull or stuff like that. So when it goes to the knife, the chef knife and the blender or something like that, you should not put it in the dishwasher. So how to wash it to save the time, to be quick? This is a blender, and after I finish using it, I rinse it first, and I put this much water to cover the blades, and then I put about half a tablespoon dish soap in it, and then I just put on the blender. I do a pulse, just like that's it. So now it becomes foam. So how to wash it? Because the blade, this was soaked before, I don't have to worry about the dirt between the blades because it's already soaked. So all I have to do, dump this this way. Yeah. The water part of it, I just dump it to a dirty dish or something like that, and then the soap part is left. The water is there, and then I put the soap in the cap part, and then I'm going to use this very easily between the blade and the wall. That's it. Then I'm going to rinse with the cold water. Make sure you use cold water to rinse. Why? Because no soap will be left on your dish, because basically you don't want to have any soap left, or you eat soap or the dish soap, which is not good for your health. So I rinse it a few times, put on the side. I do same thing with this. I clean it. Then rinsing this one as well. So the last rinse is I pour the water to here. I clean to make sure no soap is going to be left. And I do another 2 parts. Then it's super clean. No grease, no dish soap is on it. So this we covered the hygiene. So now we are going to move on to the blender section. When you're going to make a seed drink or something like that, you need to have a really professional blender. If you buy a €30 or $30 or $40 blender, most of the time the design is not right and the setting is not right. Most of them are 2-speed only. That is not gonna work for you if you want to have a fine, smooth milk or drink, seed drink. Those FDA. Anyway, how to choose a blender? As you see in the blender, it has 2 groove only. You see, 1, 2, not 4. If it has 4, that means that has a bad design because it makes too much foam in your drink, so you're going to have a kind of hydrogenated fluid, which is not good for you. So, and you're saturating the molecule of your food with hydrogen, then basically you hydrogenated and you oxidated too. So for example, if you put the apple with the water in this blender and you blend it right, it doesn't turn to brown. But if you put it in those 4 groove blender, even you do it very quick, it immediately turns to brown, which that means that apple drink is oxidated. So we don't want that. Next thing about your blender. The second item is your blender should have a high power and should have 5 speed or at least 4 speed. The one I have, it has 5 speed. I tell you why 5 speed. You're going to see, because I'm going to make a milk in front of you. Drink. When it has a 5 speed, you are going to have a very fine drink. And how to use it, that's another, is like a skill. If you don't know how to work with the blender for a different kind of a thing, at the end you paid a big money for it. After all, is not you don't get the good result. So this blender, I use it for almost 6 years. So in the US is the same company, but in Europe they put a different name, Sage. In the US the name is Bravo. And since the electricity was different, so I had to buy another 240 volt here. Anyway, the price of this was about 380 euro or something, or 390. It's been almost a year I use it. I'm happy with it. And I have another blender, which is bigger and more expensive and is about 600 euro. I'm going to bring a picture of it to show you the design of the picture. Okay, 1 second. And as you see, this is the blades inside, and is like has a 4 corner, and it has 4 groove here, which I don't like it. But since those bump are not big and the picture is wide, I approve the design, because if the diameter was short and having a 4 groove, you would get a lot of foam. But because it's wide, definitely you get half the amount or such. Okay, and because it's square, it let the air come out, so it won't keep pulling the air inside of the fluid. Another thing about blending, some people blend something too long, or they put it and leave and come back. That's definitely is not right, because again, you pump a lot of hydrogen and oxygen into the fluid. Basically you oxidate it. Okay, so normally before I make the drink, by the way, this is a sunflower seed, organic. So organic, it means on the package says bio. Okay, and there is some good quality bio and bad, poor quality bio, depends on where you buy it. If you buy it most likely from organic store, which all they sell is organic food, because they sell frequently, is not going to be on the shelf for months. Therefore, the chance of getting oxidated one is really low. Like, I buy this product from here. There is a store called Eco Plaza, and I'm buying same product for years. Always was fresh and always was high quality. But someplace else I bought, it was 50-50, like if 50% of it good, 50% of it the old one. So the taste of the drink would not be good. Because it's high quality, I don't have to even soak it to detox it. If somebody don't know about detoxing the nut, please refer to the previous video, and I showed you how to detox the nuts. So what's the ratio? About 1/4 of the cup sunflower seed and 1 whole cup water. Then that will be a really good ratio. Unless if you want to make it really rich or thick milk or drink, you put 1/3 of it. 1/3 sunflower seed, 1 cup water. Okay, so, and if it's for 4 people, you put 1 full cup of the sunflower seed and 4 cup of water in the blender. So this is it. I have Kangen water, that is the machine. If somebody they don't know what it is, please refer to hydrotherapy, hydrology or water therapy. Then I explain that machine in the detail. So those who watched the previous video, this is the Kangen water, which has a high pH. That is very good for to making almond drink or seed drinks, because when you blend, the pH of it, if it's 9, becomes like 8. If it's 8, becomes 7. So this is the reason I definitely use Kangen water. 1 cup, 1 full cup, as you see. And now blending time. If you want to add any spice in it, you can do it right now. This is a chia seed. I don't add it now because I want to make a to make it easier for you to understand. And this is a cinnamon. If it's for your breakfast, for those who drink coffee in the morning, this will be like a latte, but instead of coffee will be raw cacao. This is a raw cacao. Why raw? Most of the cacao in the market is roasted. So whatever you roast, your body has a hard time to digest it. And then, so it a kind of malfunction in the digestion system. If you cook it, it's easier for the body. But if you roast it, it will be more difficult. If you burn it, that becomes like an alien, like some food has black spot on it or dark brown or brown. That is difficult. So when you roast the coffee or the cacao bean, it's the same thing. It's like you're burning it halfway. And French roast or the dark roast is burned coffee basically. So of course the taste is gonna change. So people, to me, health is more important than the taste. Okay, I'm going to bring a. I changed my mind. I'm not going to use this or this. I want to just show you the actual milk. This way you know basically what color is gonna become and such. Then I can add any of these, or you can do it by yourself. So how to make a milk? Here it is. Turn it on. I'm going to start with the highest speed, which is number 5. First speed, 5 seconds. Second speed, 5 seconds. Third, 5 seconds. Second, 5 seconds. First, or the slowest one, 12 seconds to 14 seconds. Why? You're going to see. Okay, here it is. This is a sunflower seed drink. I don't want to get sued. Now, I'm going to pour it in front of you. You see the texture. It has no chunk. The only chunk you see is on the wall, but not in the drink. Okay, so this is the milk. Okay, now I'm gonna pour it back. I'm going to leave this here because I'm going to. Now is your choice to make a chocolate milk or chocolate drink. So all you have to do, or something exotic or fancy drink, I bring a spoon. Okay. Today I'm going to make it fancy. Almost half a this size spoon cinnamon. Smells really good. Wow. And then raw cacao powder, which as you see, the color is lighter than the ordinary typical cacao powder. So, which means it's healthier for your body and the flavor is much more pleasant. So I put one big one, just like that. And as a sweetener, I suggest natural sweetener and not honey, because first of all, it's not vegan, it's a slavery product. Honey, bees, they make those for their winter time when there is no flower. But human, they steal it and instead they put the cheapest jam as a food for them, which is not the food. So it's really difficult for you, first of all, to find the real honey, and even the organic one is fake. If you put it on the shelf, you see sugar on the bottom, or and some is really horrible. Sugar is all over. The real honey should not crystallize at all. So this is a pine cane molasses. So it's from the pine tree. But depends on your choice. If you don't like this flavor, maple syrup tastes really good. Agave syrup tastes really good and is not chemical and is from plant. Or carob syrup, which is in Turkish store you find it. That is also healthy and good for the body. If you are a man or male, carob syrup is good for sex performance. Just to let you know. And okay, I put depends on how sweet you want. If you want it really sweet, you put 2 spoon or 3 spoon. So I put 2 spoon for myself, and that's it. And if it's not sweet enough, so I can add more. And then ready to blend again. This time only on number 1, the slowest one, for a few seconds. That's all it takes. No need to stir it for a long time. As you saw, it was only 5 seconds on the slowest speed, which is number 1. And all blenders, the 1 is the slowest, and as it goes up, becomes faster. So now I'm going to pour it in the same glass again in front of you. Okay, this is a vegan chocolate drink. How do you like it? And then sometimes people say, well, how about protein? Does this one has calcium or protein or not? This is the next thing which I'm going to explain to you, which is a important question, and I appreciate those people or friends or patients who ask this question. Allow me to, because answering this takes a long time, and I do my best to squeeze it in one video, and I have to, wow, it becomes almost half an hour. So the grass elephant eat, does that have protein? Or the horse eats that grass? Or the algae the swan eat in the water, does have protein? Just a question. Or I'm, who is a vegan for almost 15 years, all those vegetable or the seed I ate, did does have protein, calcium, iron, vitamin, and all enzyme or not? If didn't have it, that elephant with that much power, which can flip a car easily, couldn't do it. Or the horse, which runs, a big person on his back runs for 20 miles, 30 miles easily. Of course, that grass has protein in it. Otherwise, he couldn't get those, and calcium too. Otherwise, couldn't get those thick bone and big muscle and strong with good endurance. Because some people are strong, but their endurance is really low. Like he has a big muscle, big thigh, but he can run only 100 meters. After that, he cannot keep up with somebody like me who are vegetarian. So I hope I answered your question briefly. Like a swan, I've seen how they land on the water and how they take off. It's like an aeroplane, and it's beautiful. Or the goose, they fly miles and miles and miles, like easily 30 miles non-stop. So, and flying is harder because they have to keep moving their wings and lifting that heavy weight in the air. That's not easy. And goose are heavy, or the swan is heavier. So all they eat just algae. You may ask, okay, they are vegetarian, we are meat eater. That's a different subject, which I prove it to you in next video, or in next two video, that we are 100% vegetarian. And there is two video I have in the YouTube. One is swimming, another one is push-up. So I did push-up on this two bone only 20 times. And I am almost 59 years old. And my swimming, I did 50 meters within 1 minute without fighting with the water. Smooth, 1 minute, 50 meters. So that means my body, beside the technique, is healthy enough or has enough protein to swim easily just like a fish. And I think I covered everything at this time. Just the last thing, you may ask, okay, what was this form for? I'm gonna show it to you now. You say, okay, I want to make a breakfast from this drink. Easy. I bring another spoon because this one, well, because at the end of the video, I have to use this one. 1 spoon of this is enough. You pour it in this, okay? Then you stir it gently. That's it. Then you put this in the fridge for just a few hours. Then that chia seed, which is rich with calcium, is a necessary item for your bones, for how you breathe, and for your immune system. That's important. So I put this in the fridge. A few hours after, it becomes like a very thick kind of mousse or something like that. Thank you very much for your time, and if you have any question, please let me know. Another thing which I was going to mention, if you like the video, I mean any video, I'm not talking about this, in general, and it's educational, it's good for environment, if you don't like, share and subscribe, you are like water, which is first is like I'm a river, because I got education, I learned, and I'm letting it go, like a river comes and goes. But if I learn it and I don't share it with you, all of these things, I become a swamp. It means dead water, which is the bacteria and things like that grows in it, and it smells bad as well. And it smells also bad. So it's important, if in order to help the economy and environment, better people, I suggest you, if you like this video, please like and share it and subscribe. This way you're helping the environment, you help the world. That's all I'm saying. Thank you very much.